Hey there, MJ traders and investors. It's Rod with Power Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. It's August 22nd. In this video, we've got some breaking news. SNDL announced today that it's going to be acquiring the Valens Company. We're going to get into all of that and more. We'll go over the details. Before we get to it, though, make sure to smash the like, help support me, and the channel doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe and tick the bell. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. So you can see this news article from New MJ Ventures. SNDL to buy Valens in all stock-based transaction. This was a little surprising to me because of the amount of cash that they have, but we'll see. We know that they're likely we're going to continue to see mergers and acquisitions and M&A ramp up in the space as consolidation is definitely needed, but we'll go through this here real quickly here today. They announced that they have entered into an arrangement agreement to combine their businesses and create a leading vertically integrated MJ platform. Pursuant to the terms of the agreement, SNDL will acquire all of the issued and outstanding common shares of Valens, other than those owned by SNDL and its subsidiaries, by way of statutory plan of arrangement. The transaction, all financial information is expressed in Canadian dollars unless otherwise indicated. Under the terms of the agreement, Valens shareholders will receive for each Valens share 0.3334 as the ratio of a common share of SNDL. Based on August 19, 2022, close of the SNDL shares on the NASDAQ, the consideration represents an implied value of $1.26 per Valens share, and the total consideration of approximately $138 million. The implied offer price represents a premium of 10%. Usually the industry average is around 20%, but this is a little bit under that. Based on the trailing 30-day volume-weighted average price, the VWAP of the Valens shares, and this is common to see as well on the TSX, as of up to August 19, 2022. So with 555,500 square feet of cultivation, the manufacturing space, and 185 MJ stores under Spirit Leaf, the Value Buds banners, and combined company will offer a complete portfolio of branded products to consumers in Canada through its supply and distribution channels. With approximately $314 million in net cash and no debt, SNDL will continue to have one of the strongest balance sheets in North America regulated MJ industry. SNDL will also have the highest pro forma Canadian MJ revenue on the last fiscal quarter annualized basis. The combined company will operate as SNDL Inc., and Valens shareholders will own approximately 9.5% of the pro forma entity. And we know that they're also going after Zenabis's distressed assets in their creditor filing, protection filing. So we could see SNDL get entry into the EU with that EU GMP certified facility in Malta, which would give them access into the Germany market as well, leading into legalization there at the recreational level. So everything's looking really good. I'm not going to go through this whole entire article. I just went over the key points, but SNDL's existing consumer packaged MJ business will be transformed by Valens' high-quality extraction, processing, and manufacturing capabilities, and aligns well with our strategic vision to delight consumers with a full range of quality MJ products and experiences, said the Chief Executive Officer, Zach George. So I encourage you to go check that article out in its entirety, but essentially shout out to the POW Group members. We were talking about it. You know who you are. It's essentially a bit cheaper to buy SNDL at $2.72 right now. It can change quickly, so we're going to be tracking this. If you're wondering if, should I sell my Valens and buy SNDL, or should I sell SNDL and buy Valens? Right now, it's a better deal to just buy SNDL. So you would take VLNS, so 0.992.5 cents divided by the exchange ratio of 0.3334 equals $2.77. So essentially, you can just buy SNDL right now for $2.72. But as that ratio changes, we'll see which one is the better bang for the buck as we ramp into that out. I do want to go through and see when they expect this to be done. One inclusive SNDL and Valens cash, net debt of retirement of the transaction. So key highlights: creates a dominant vertically integrated entity, increases optionality on biomass by pairing premium cultivation with low-cost procurement, synergies through cost rationalization and operational efficiencies. That's to be expected. Valens shareholders to participate in and help create the future of SNDL. Valens shareholders are to receive SNDL common shares in the all-stock transaction beyond improved liquidity and better access to the larger retail footprint. SNDL's balance sheet strength provides a unique opportunity for Valens shareholders to participate in the creation of the leading vertically integrated Canadian MJ company. This powerful combination will result in the creation of a dominantly vertically integrated company, exceptionally well suited to weather the current MJ environment and become a leader in the Canadian regulated products sector. So we'll move through. I'm excited by the strong culture fit between the teams, humbled by the opportunity, very passionate, innovative leadership over at Valens. We are thrilled to bring together together the two best-in-class MJ companies that have extremely complementary assets and create a true market leader. Valens is one of the fastest-growing brands in Canada with the focus on innovation and investing in low-cost automated manufacturing assets. Let's move through a little bit quicker here. Transaction details. So Valens secured non-revolving term loan has been refinanced and upsized with an additional $14.3 million of incremental capital, thereby increasing the principal amount of the term loan to $60 million. Let's go through this little balance. So shareholders required to be excluded of the applicable laws at the special meeting expected to be convened by Valens by the end of November 2022. So we should see something around that time. Transaction, so here we go. The transaction is expected to close during January 2023. And the agreement also provides the payment of a termination fee of $8 million payable to Sundial by Valens in the event of the transaction is terminated under certain specified circumstances. So that's pretty much it. I think I hit all of the key points. Let me know in the comments below if you're excited, non-excited. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. Obviously, we're starting to bounce back here now on SNDL. VLNS, usually the acquirer doesn't see a huge bounce. It's usually the acquiree, but in this instance, I don't think we're going to see a massive bounce on VLNS because the premium was low. Like I said, usually the industry average is around 20%, and it was only 10%. So that to me is a little off-putting. And like I said, it's almost cheaper to just buy SNDL. It's a better deal right now as it sits to just buy SNDL right now, right? But again, I'll be keeping everybody posted on that and which one would be if there's any kind of arbitrage opportunities, things like that. But essentially, not immune to the market weakness. So as I mentioned last week, I said in a lot of my videos, if you haven't been following it, I said that SPY could potentially see consolidation this week, and that's exactly what we got. If I bring up the SPY chart real quick here, you can see that indices headed up and then something happened to my browser there, but you can see that I was expecting weekly consolidation. We hadn't consolidated in 5 weeks, so now that's the 6th week, and we lost the low of last week, starting weekly consolidation. So that's why we're weak on MJ, is because of the broader market. But I would expect a pretty big pop at some point soon on VLNS potentially. But again, trying to absorb it. The only thing I'm not really liking is that 10% premium. But once we get some momentum back in the sector, things could easily change in a hurry. And SNDL, like I said, down about 5%. So on average, if the S&P 500, like I said, what's the rule of thumb? If the S&P is down 1 or 2%, each individual name, regardless of what it is, each individual stocks are usually down 3 or 4 times as much. So if we're down 1.5%, it makes perfect sense that we're down around 5% on average on some of our MJ names. But we're just looking for this weekly consolidation, which is healthy. And now Sundial, we have the low, high, higher, low. We're looking for a higher low compared to the low there at 212. And now if we form that higher low and hold support and break resistance at 359, we're back in a weekly uptrend. And then we look at the monthly time frame and confirm a monthly uptrend. We're still a little bit weak here on the, we're still not able to get above the 10-week moving average, while a lot of our names have been. So we'll look for a weekly candle close over 303 to be bullish on SNDL. We have nothing nearby until the 50 weekly moving average there at 516. So we do have some runway to go. We topped out at the 50-day moving average. We have the 100 there at 394, and then the 200-day moving average at 492. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of our MJ names started to make their way back to their 200-day moving average. It's been about a year since we tested it. But again, let me know what your thoughts and let me know your comments and your thoughts in the comments below. We'll continue the conversation there. Thanks again for joining us on The Pursuit of Wealth. It's Rob with Power Group. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next video.